everybody. I flew safely into Denmark and I'm now staying at a friend's home where tonight we're going to carry out a private investigation which we are going to share with you. This is particularly interesting. The house, I believe, it dates to around the 1800s. I actually went to the upstairs bedroom areas and there is a very, very unpleasant feel in one of the rooms. So tonight what I'm hoping to do is to expand on that and to determine what type of activity takes place here. I've had reports of orb activity and occasionally sounds of people moving around upstairs. So hopefully tonight we can answer the riddle of what is actually happening here and hopefully provide you with some interesting activity.
Having arrived in the main master bedroom in the attic, we settled down and Majbritt acted as translator in an attempt to contact the spiritual presences that could be felt in that building. I've travelled here tonight from England to make friendly and peaceful contact with you. Could you show yourself, please?
Chris kommer fra England. Han kommer her for at lave kontakt. Han kommer bare med kærlighed og lys. Og ikke ude på at genere dig. Du må meget gerne vise dig, hvis du er her.
Please do not be afraid. I've just seen, right, you know I resort to my own ability to see.
Yeah.
I've just seen 2 tiny pinpricks of red light on the landing, the walk-through. There's somebody there, I can see, I can see an energy there.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my camera. It doesn't always work, but see if I can get them as stills if you're not getting them as video image. I can see you standing there. Translate.
Vi kan godt se, du står der.
Please don't be afraid.
Du skal ikke være bange.
Yeah, I'm right.
Du må gerne vise dig.
I think I'm right. Yes, I am. Told you there's someone there. Can you see all the energy there?
Ja. Ej, det var sådan noget.
Yeah.
Det var godt. Tak skal du have.
Yeah.
Du må meget gerne vise dig igen.
I can see you. Please do not be afraid.
Vi kan godt se dig. Du skal ikke være bange. Vi kommer med kærlighed.
My views of this spiritual entity that's here, what I'm feeling now, it's back again. It's a lady, I'm sure of it now. But there are others here. There's more than one person. There's someone standing in the shadows.
Det var godt, tak.
Please come forward. This camera doesn't always flash.
Du må gerne vise dig.
Right, it's the second picture I've taken from the same locale. I don't see any red orbs when I first looked, and look, there's none there now. So what they've done, basically, there's one on the door. What they've done, they've moved out of the way of the door frame. Now what I'm going to do is sit here quietly, and I'm going to find out where they are. They're back again. I don't see any red dots of light in here. I see them all around the door frame. Let me stand over here. Oops. Yeah, there's someone just around the corner here to the right. A very strong presence. Please do not be afraid. I come in love, light and peace. I mean you no harm or offence.
Du skal ikke være bange. Chris, han kommer kun for at hjælpe. Han kommer med kærlighed. Vi er ikke ude på at genere dig.
What I'm picking up now, when I say female, it's not an old female, it's a younger female. I've got an image in my mind. Very plainly dressed girl. Quite short, but then most people were in that period. The period, when we're talking periods, I'm talking around this property, right, this is something else that's just coming to mind. This property sits on, I'm getting the impression it sits on part of an earlier property. There's energy in this room moving around us.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm picking up here at the moment, with Majbritt, we're in the spare bedroom upstairs fronting the property. In that corridor I sensed a very strong energy. I saw 2 pinpricks of red light. Took a photograph, and as you can see from this photo, there's a lot of energy in the door frame. Took a following one, and there's nothing there at all. It's moved back. Earlier today when I came up here, I felt a male presence, but now I feel a younger female presence. And this person that I'm feeling is very shy, very, very reserved. I also feel that there are energies that come here in visitation. I don't think any of these presences are grounded here. There's a lot of fond attachments to this property, and there's some dark act or something, or a disagreement or act which occurred in the past which has left a residual mark on the property. It's not evil, it's not bad, but there is a very strong connect between the present and the past. But the other thing that I picked up now, I'm just getting the imagery in my mind that this house is actually a rebuild of a much earlier property. And this energy, this presence, I'll come back and sit with you, because if I go forward, they back off. Let me sit here. Right, they're down right at the far end of the corridor now, by the door. There's someone standing by the door. I can see a shadow. I'll take a photograph. Yeah, right at the end of the corridor.
Yeah, I saw it also.
It's not a tall person. It's definitely female. And now, looking at this picture, nothing there at all, and orbs. I'm seeing now more like a grey ectoplasmic image rather than the red dots of light. They've disappeared. There's somebody here in this room now, in the corner. There's somebody else here, and they're moving into this room and moving back into the other room next door. They're coming through that wall and going back. Please don't be afraid.
I skal ikke være bange. Du skal ikke være bange.
You can feel our energies. You can feel that we are not bad people.
I kan godt mærke, at vi er ikke nogle dårlige mennesker. Vi er her ikke for at gøre ondt.
There's flashes of light coming through the doorway.
If you look carefully towards the bottom of the door, you can actually see one of the energies that I could observe from within the room. A short while later, I decided that I would try and tap into the energies of the house by connecting with the wall, and I came up with a very unusual name.
So I'm picking up it's a weird first name. I don't think it's Danish, and I haven't got a clue. It's got Y-O-R in it. It's a surname or a first name. Y-O-R. Now I feel the building rocking. It is. Can you stand back, please?
Kan du gå lidt tilbage?
The energy's here.
Ja.
It's not strong, but I can feel it. It's a lot stronger than anywhere else. There's a doorway there, isn't there?
Maybe there used to be. Maybe there used to be, but there's nothing now. But maybe there was.
I can see an outline of something.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's just take a picture. Because this energy was going through there. Yeah, it's like an outline of an old, doorway. Like a store or something. Please, can you show yourself?
Vil du vise dig for os? Vi kommer ikke for at genere dig eller gøre dig noget som helst ondt. Vi vil bare gerne i kontakt med dig.
I've got the surname now. You know, I said Y-O-R. I'm thinking the name that's been spoke to me is something like Jorgensen, but that's J-O-R, but it's pronounced like with a Y.
Yeah.
So it's Jorgensen is the name that I'm picking up.
Jørgensen.
I know it's pronounced J-O-R-G-E-N-S-E-N. Jorgenson or something like that. Jorgenson. And low energy, it's just moved up the door frame. She's still here. What's Danish for miss?
Frøken.
Fleugel.
Frøken eller fru.
If you could ask.
Fru Jørgensen.
Yeah, to show herself.
Vil du ikke være sød og vise dig? Lav en lyd. Fortæl os, du er her.
This room doesn't feel... Yeah, it felt intense earlier, didn't it? It doesn't feel that at all now, does it? Yeah. I'm sure this was the part of the house in which she died. It's sad. I do feel sadness there, I really do. But it's a sadness of loss. I think she was only about 17, 16. There's a light back there again in the corridor. One pinprick of light. It's starting to reform itself at the back end of the corridor.
No, it doesn't feel so tensed.
No. And I've just seen the energy...
Something in the corner.
Yeah, and I've just seen the energy float up on the door as well, very faintly. It's not a very strong energy. Jorgensen family.
Familien Jørgensen. Kan du give os et tegn på, at du er her?
Now the first name of this girl is I can only pick things up very vaguely, and I've got no knowledge of any Danish names. It's an English sounding name to me, but is there a Danish equivalent for Emily? It begins with an E.
Emilie.
Emilia.
Emilia is a very old name.
Well, that's the name I'm picking up as Emily, but it's not Emily, it's a translation of that.
Mm.
So Emilia.
Emilia.
Emilia Jorgensen. No, I'm not picking any energy up on the door at all.
Yeah.
See, I feel it's gone. I think
take a break now.
I think it's gone dead.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can also feel that it's like
It's just gone completely flat.
We then decided to end the upstairs investigation, but earlier we also visited the other two rooms, which failed to yield any activity, and so reluctantly we returned downstairs where a further vigil also showed no activity whatsoever. Before closing down for the night, we decided to re-investigate the room again the following night, which, as you will see shortly in part 2, revealed much more activity with weird noises and EVP. Before ending, I asked Majbritt for her views on the night's investigation.
Well, actually I felt mostly upstairs because there was a very tough tension in the room left behind, yeah. But it actually disappeared, and it was like it drew back when we were trying to attract it, like it was shy or it was trying to move back from us.
Did you notice a change in energies around as we were proceeding around, walking around upstairs in the different rooms? Did you notice a change in the temperament of the building, in the sense of the tension and position of energies?
Actually, after you spoke about the family Jørgensen, it was just like things got very light. It turned, the energy shifted to become a very light energy, like they said, okay, you know who we are, and it's just like the tension disappeared. It got very light, felt very light up there.
So it was interesting though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hopeful that we've got some EVP and perhaps some other anomalies, so check that out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for allowing this.
You're welcome.